How can I quickly increase my credit score? Well, team, that's a question that everybody wants to know. I'm going to share with you today 3 tips on how to quickly increase your credit score. And this all revolves around your balance to limit ratio. What that means is the way credit score algorithm is written is that it's not how much you owe on revolving lines of credits like credit cards or home equity lines. It's the proportion of the balance compared to the limit that has the biggest impact on your overall credit score. So in other words, if I have a $10,000 limit on a $100,000 line of credit, then I only have a 10% balance to limit ratio. But if I have a $10,000 balance on a $10,000 limit, then I have a 100% balance to limit ratio. And the secret is, team, you want to have your balance to limit ratio no more than 50%. So if you had a $10,000 limit, you would want to keep your balance below $5,000. In best case scenario, if you really want to juice or maximize your credit score, you want to keep your balance to limit ratio 30% or below. That is going to give you the maximum amount of credit score points. So here's 3 tips on how to maximize or get the most amount of credit points out of your balance to limit ratio. The first tip is do not close your accounts. If you have multiple credit card accounts open, pay them down as much as you possibly can, but leave them open. The longer those credit lines are open and paid as agreed, the higher it's going to juice your credit scores. Plus, if you have an unexpected expense and you have to tap those credit cards, you can spread that out over multiple accounts. And that leads us to tip number 2, which is don't carry large balances on just a few accounts. The better strategy if you're trying to maximize your credit score is to take those large balances, break them up between multiple accounts, and ultimately drive down your balance to limit ratio below 30% if you really want to optimally increase your credit score. And then the third tip, last but certainly not least, is to reach out to your credit lenders, the companies you already have accounts with, and say, hey, based on my great payment history, would you be willing to increase my limit? You can give justifications like I just had a pay raise, or I'm anticipating having to charge additional business expenses. And can you increase my balance, my limit that is, excuse me, not their balance. Can you increase my credit limit without repulling my credit? And even if somebody does have to repull your credit, that usually falls off after about 90 days. So if you're taking more of a long-term approach, even if they had to repull your credit, if you got a higher balance, that would probably be okay. Now, you may have questions about your specific situation. If so, I encourage you to message me, email me, or simply pick up the phone and give me a call. I'd love to hear what you're working through, how I can help you, and any other questions you have about maximizing your credit score.